So I'm actually attending you know a test. So this is for Accolite Senior SRE hiring. So first question says, what will be the output of this program? Play Java. So there are some static methods in this class. So and then static void main. It says play with Java of null. I was wondering it could be object because null is an object, but it can also be integer string. I'm just wondering which one it would be, but then it doesn't have object as the thing. So anyways, it's just a very tricky question, I guess. I don't know. Um, for now, I just said string. And the next question is about ng repeat. I think this is an Angular question. I did Angular very long ago, that to Angular 1. I don't know which Angular this is, probably Angular 2, or there are many Angulars now, I think, Angular versions. So div, I'm guessing it will not create any new line unless it's a paragraph and also I think div it should just be 1, 1, 2, 3. But there are answers like 1, 2, 3 and duplicate in a repeater are not allowed. I don't know. Because of the color, I don't know what programming language this is. Like, is it you know Python? Is it Java? I'm guessing this is Python. So what is not the correct syntax? I'm not sure. One. I mean, in a set, you can't have repeated elements. So I don't know. Probably this, or it's just the syntax like wherein they put double parenthesis. I think that's like a tuple. This is like a 2D array, right? I think this, I'm not sure though. So, and then next is DevOps questions. Let's look at that. Oh, there's also another question. So, about what would be the correct output for the below code. So, they have some HTML code. AU country, AU state. I'm guessing this is Australia. I don't know. AU city, AU house. Looks like it's an Angular thing. So, clearly there is Angular. And this is the JavaScript. The file and lifecycle app and create directive function. This function returns restrict controller function scope name controller. So name the compile. So first I think the controller comes up. Name is controller. I don't know. App.directive and it says AU country create directive EAE country state city house floor. Interesting. And then it says compile T element T attributes. Not sure what this is. Pre-link, pre-post. Okay. I'm not sure what's the answer for this, but yeah, it's quite some interesting options. So I think there are some options with controllers that come up later. First compile and then pre-link, controller, pre-link, and then post-link. Controller over here, controller. I think the order is what they're looking at. Does the controller come first, pre-link come first? I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know how Angular works, but I guess this job requires an Angular. As an SRE, I think you should know everything, so probably that's why. I've learned a bit of React, but that also I forgot. I think context and hooks and whatnot. I think now there might be more newer features. And Microsoft's SQL Server, okay, I have not used Microsoft's SQL Server. And there is also something about Hadoop on Azure, CTP. I don't know what is CTP. In December 2000, it claimed it could simplify Hadoop access and setup, issue Hive queries, tuple and analyze unstructured data from Hadoop in Excel, offer elasticity in Windows Azure, all of the above. Okay, nope. What is the default protocol used in directory services? I'm not sure. I'm guessing this is Azure Directory Services, or I don't know what. I'll just say LDAP, Lightweight Directory Access Protocol. And what of the following capabilities does the Azure Migrate service not provide? Assess cloud readiness, migrate VMs, recommend cloud. Okay, I'm not sure. Um, so, what does RRS stand for when referring to the storage option in Amazon S3 that offers a low level of durability at a lower storage cost? Um, Reduced redundancy storage, I think, because if it's lower durability, so you have lesser redundancies, lesser copies of the data, and so I'm guessing it's reduced redundancy storage, and hence lower cost, and yeah, low durability, so reduced redundancy. I don't know what is reduced reaction or regulatory resources or redundant research. Which of the following cube ADM? So cube admin command creates a new cluster. Interesting. I forgot. I think create. Not sure. Um, which of the following below is or are container orchestration technologies? All of the above. Which is the type of Docker command? So YAML. What is the type of term? So it's YAML. The format, the file format. How to delete a stopped container? So it's a stopped container, so you just do remove rm, that's all. I don't know what is rmc, rmi, remove image, I don't know. So it's rm. If it's not stopped, it's hyphen f force. What is the purpose of git stash command? To stash some changes, save modified and stage changes. So send changes to master branch, no, show all current, add files to staging area, no. Yeah, save modified and stage, save it and stash it, keep it separately. So which of the following command cannot be used to remove a git comment on GitHub? Uh, cannot be used. So revert, you can revert a comment, but the comment will still be there. Git reset, head cannot be used. I think this. So I mean, this will remove the commit from GitHub when you do a force push after removing something, after doing something like git reset. But yeah, you'll have to do multiple stuff, not just this and all. I'm guessing none of the above, because on GitHub it's the servers. First of all, locally in the Git you have to remove it from the Git repository in the local and then push it, force push it also. Which of the following are part of a commit in Git? Reference to parameters, a copy of the central repository. Hash that uniquely identifies the commit. A copy of the central repository, no, a hash. Reference to parent commits, think so. Hash, yes, this is there. Commit hash. I'm not sure. Copy of the central repository is a thing. Um, what's a central repository? Is it the server side? I don't know. Cool. I think the next. Let me look at the next question. So I think we have Git questions here. So Sam, what is the purpose? Okay. Which of the following? So Sam found some discrepancies in Git code, and his manager wants him to analyze who did that change. Which of the below commands Sam should use to make his task easy? Uh, Discrepancies. Want to know who did that change? So git blame, you blame the person, though ideally you shouldn't. Which of the following command should use to make the task easy? Next, which of the following autoscaling cannot do more than one is true? You can't even select multiple if more than one is true. Okay. So starting with series above threshold cannot do. Release easy to instance below threshold. Increase this instance size when utilization is above threshold. Yes, I think this. And utilization is yeah. I think this I'm not sure, but yeah, you can't just add more RDS or I'm not sure. Release so this is downscaling. This is upscaling. Hmm. I'm guessing both C and D because this uh, or just D or just C. I'm not sure. Okay, I'll just go ahead with this. So how will you change the instance type for instances which are running in your application tier and are using auto scaling? Where will you change it from the following areas? Auto scaling group, auto scaling tag configuration, policy configuration. I think it's the auto scaling group. And suppose you have an application where you have to render images and also do some general computing. From the following services, which service will best fit your need? Classic load balancer, application load balancer, both of them. I think classic load balancer is an old one now. So, but render images and so, but you can't run your application in them. You can only run your application behind the load balancer. Maybe none of the above, or I don't know. Is data stored in S3 is always encrypted? Security, but only when the right areas are called. I think it does encrypt. Sure, you want to summarize? Cool. I think that's done, and I'm gonna stop the recording. That's all I had for this video. I'll see you next one. Bye bye.